One of the things that we really work on is, even though we're studying literature and writing, giving kids a huge space to practice a million different skills so they can really explore things that I think that they didn't necessarily know they were interested in, even within kind of a set realm, which is literature and English class. So giving projects that have students performing different roles, preparing different aspects. So relating it always back to what we're studying in class, but giving them that freedom for the person who doesn't like English but loves art or who loves analyzing data. They can always relate it back to that subject and they can explore it further and find ways to explore their passions at the same time.
Absolutely. I think that having students who are self-aware and able to practice metacognition about kind of how they learn and what they like to learn is so important, and it's such a huge strength of our program compared to traditional educational models where kids kind of have to fit into a specific type of box. Here at Vail, we are able to allow students to explore their interests, like you said, through the lens of their academic studies. And also continue to practice those skills that are going to continue to apply to a lot of different types of jobs, right? Every single student has to be literate. They have to be able to recognize patterns. They have to be able to analyze data. They have to be able to create an argument and defend it and find evidence, right? All of those things are skills that we're able to practice in all of our subjects, but we're doing it in a way that is looking towards the future. Right? We're doing it in a way that is allowing students to think about, what kind of world am I stepping into? I'm not maybe going to have a job that is a super traditional job. I'm looking at the internet is really exciting to me. I really want to be able to train AI models. I want to look at how linguistic fields are being developed in different ways. And so being able to do that, it requires students who are able to pivot in a way that is new, right? Is within the last maybe 15, 20 years. The American education model is something that very much applies to that way of looking towards the future.
Something that a huge challenge that we have as educators, especially in the last year or two, is figuring out how to work lean into the AI use.
Yes.
And recognizing that it is something that is going to be present at all times and figuring out how to use it to our advantage.
Yes.
Which we still really are working on. But I think that in our style of classes that we have here, we have the freedom to play around with that.
Yeah.
So we have the freedom to somehow find a way to incorporate AI, but kind of a best practices version of AI. So I've done some really cool projects with my students using AI to get information and to analyze information, and then analyzing the information that comes from those sources and using their own knowledge to relate it back to what we're learning and to have kind of a critical eye on technology and how we're using technology through discussions, through creation, through thinking of interesting prompts, through creating artwork and seeing the limitations that it has. It's crazy difficult, but it's something that I think we all are really trying to embrace with open arms, because there's really no way around it.
It's so cool to see how students are so fluent in a lot of technology use, right? But then in other ways, they really do have a lot to learn about how to best leverage technology and how to think critically about using sources and analyze, how reliable is this information? How can I check that what I'm getting from whatever AI I'm using is true? And in what ways can I then move forward in how I use my information to create a good argument or to present information to my peers? And those sorts of things are going to be skills that absolutely are key for their university studies, and absolutely going to be key for their jobs in the future, because if they are 21st century citizens, right, citizens of the world, which they are. Right? By definition, that is who they are. They have to be able to operate in that space with fluidity, with fluency, not only in their language, right? Not only in English and any other languages that they speak, but also in the language of technology.
Yeah, I think something we do really well in our classes as a whole, as a staff, is finding the moments to take advantage of technology and finding the moments to step away.
Yeah.
And creating kind of that dichotomy in class of, okay, we know how to put away our computers and how to write a 5-paragraph essay, and it's no problem, and we can analyze and we can think and we can create our own ideas.
Yeah.
But then in the next moment, we can take out our computers and check those ideas and compare them and see what other people think and see how our ideas are different or similar. So I think finding kind of that balance between the two is something we do really well here, and I think it's so essential for the kids' learning.